but feel free to raise your hand. Don't interrupt any of the other speakers, but anyone who wants to make a contribution is very welcome. We'd like to hear what you have to share. If you have questions you'd like to ask and you want to jot those down and bring those up, feel free. We'll call for questions periodically as well. So with that, is there anybody who's got burning issues? Anyone want to get a question off right away? Okay.
Those two CEOs that you mentioned, did they overcome their PhDs by getting a business degree?
Very good question. So they both had MBAs, yeah. Yeah, and you've actually guessed one of the questions ahead. Do you need to get an MBA to kill your PhD? I'd like to open this one up for anyone to comment, but a lot of people who have moved into business leadership roles who had a PhD background did have to go to business school and do an MBA at some point.
I would counter that I'm not really sure that's true. I work at a national laboratory, which is a research institution, but a lot of our senior leadership are PhDs and do not have MBAs, and they've been able to overcome that just by being familiar with the material. I think depending on your organization, some might be more flexible than others. You have to, take it upon yourself to learn about finance and economics, or to go to business school and learn that, and then have a MBA after your name. But they've been able to show that they have leadership skills without having to have a credential behind it.
Would you make a comment?
Sure, go ahead.
I obtained my PhD 28 years ago. I do not have an MBA. I have a big department with 150 engineers reporting to me, process technology and engineering. I'm a vice president, and I made this without an MBA. So you don't need an MBA.
It's not a
Can I also make a comment? So
Yeah.
again, I work for Merck and I work in a chemical engineering department. And there are a number of people with PhDs, a number of people without PhDs. And certainly, I would say 90% of the managers in my department don't have MBAs. It's something a lot of younger students are doing, particularly them that maybe don't go down the PhD path and instead they go down the MBA path to give themselves an edge. But I definitely feel as long as you have a good scientific background and a good head for business, you can succeed without needing an MBA and become a leader and a manager within Merck.